everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my quarter 2 book haul. These are all the books that I bought from April 1st to June 30th. So I'm going to be going over the books here and letting you guys know everything that I have acquired over the last 3 months. So I have 47 books that I will be talking with you about today. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. So they are broken up by month, and that is generally how I like to break up my book hauls, is by month. The least amount of books was purchased in May. I was actually out of town in May during one weekend, so I feel like that is also a reason why, because I was trying to get ready to go out of town and things like that. But I will also say I thought that June would have been the least bought month, but then I started falling into a reading slump, and in order to get out of that reading slump, or at least my thought process was, in order to get out of that reading slump I need to buy more books, and I'm still in the reading slump, so obviously that didn't work. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with April and talking about the books that I bought in the month of April. So first we've got Lady of Shadows by Melissa K. Rourke. This is the second book in the Lady of Darkness series, and I really enjoyed this book, this series. I have read the whole series. I will be talking about each book because I did purchase them all during this quarter, except for the first one because I obviously purchased that one in the first quarter, but I have since read this entire series and really enjoyed it. And if you have not read this series, I definitely recommend picking this up. Next, I've got Wait For It by Mariana Zapata, and this was so kindly gifted to me by my friend Bailey over at Bae's Reads, and she got this for me when I got monetized here on YouTube, so that was really sweet of her, and I am so grateful to have a friend like her in my life. Like, I am just so blessed to know her, so thank you so much for this, Bailey. I have not read this just yet, but I probably will here soon. Next is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I absolutely love Abby Jimenez. I've read every single book that she has written except for this one at this point, but I'm super excited to get to this one. Hopefully I can get to it soon. Plus, I just absolutely love this cover. I think it is so pretty, and I love that this book is like baby pink, and I just love the whole aesthetic of the way that this book looks, so I'm super excited to hopefully get to it soon. Next, we've got Lady of Ashes by Melissa K. Rourke. This is book 3 in the Lady of Darkness series, and again, absolutely loved this series. Next, we've got Any Trope But You by Victoria Levine, and I really enjoyed this when I read it. It is a romance, but it's giving like wintry vibes, and you might see this book mentioned again in a recommendations video later sometime this year for books to read during the like winter season, and I really enjoyed this, and I definitely recommend this book if you have not picked it up already. Next, we've got Passion Project by London Sperry, and this came in my April book of the month box, and I have not read this yet, but I am super excited to hopefully get to it. I really like this cover. I love the colors on the cover, and this just really called to me, so I'm super excited to hopefully read this soon. Next, we've got Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. This is the second book in the Wicked Games series, and this is follow-up to Phantasma following Genevieve, the sister. So this was a fun read. I really enjoyed this. Would definitely recommend reading both of the books during spooky season. During October, I feel like was a really good time to pick both of these up if you have not read them already. Next, we have The Never List by Jade Presley, and I ordered this on a whim. I pre-ordered it. I had seen it from Red Tower on their Instagram one day randomly and thought it sounded good, and honestly I really enjoyed this. I am super excited for the next book to come out, so can't wait for that. Next, we've got The Stolen Queen by Fiona Davis, and I actually picked this up for a book club that I'm a part of, and we ended up reading this. I enjoyed it okay. I feel like it wasn't my normal cup of tea, but It was fun. It's a historical fiction sort of situation, and I had a good time reading it, so I think I would definitely recommend it to a certain audience. Next, I've got Firebird by Juliet Cross. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble because it was 20% off, and I saw these sprayed edges and thought that they were absolutely stunning. Plus, I feel like the cover is so beautiful as well, and I saw that it was about dragons, but I have since seen some not so great things about this book, so I don't know. I probably will not talk about this book again on my channel. I haven't even decided if I'm going to read this book or not, so this will probably be the one and only time that I ever talk about this book on this channel, so yeah. Next, we've got Lady of Embers by Melissa K. Rorick. Again, this is the fourth book in the Lady of Darkness series. As you guys can tell, I was buying these books as I was reading the series, and obviously in April I was just continuing to buy the series because I was literally just binging this whole series in April, so love that. But again, check the series out if you have not read it before. Next is Bridesmaid by Chance by Megan Quinn, and Megan Quinn is one of my favorite rom-com authors. Her books are literally just so funny, and so I ended up picking this book up. It's the third book in this little series of standalone novels, and honestly this was so funny, and I definitely recommend these books if you're looking for a lighthearted, funny read. Next is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is the fourth and final book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and this series was honestly just so fun. Cowboy romance, just all around good time. Plus these covers are just absolutely so stunning and beautiful, and this series is just such a fun time, and the books are really short, so they're like quick, easy palate cleansers, fun reads. Next, we've got Wildside by Elsie Silver, and obviously if you watched my last book haul, you saw that I hauled this book in that, but I ended up ordering the wrong version of this book, so I ended up buying another copy from Pango and have since resold the first one that I hauled, but this is the one with the mountains on the side, the deluxe version, I think, to match my other ones in this series. And since I bought this from Pango, it actually did come with a signature plate and a character art card, which was really cool. So happy to have this, and honestly it wasn't that expensive, so I am now happy that I have the matching version to go with my other ones. And I also have the fifth book in the Lady of Darkness series, which is Lady of Starfire by Melissa K. Rorick. Again, this was me finishing out this series. I really enjoyed the series, and again, cannot recommend the series enough if you have not read it. And the final book for April was Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I have been hearing not the best things about this book, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about this, but I don't know, it has kind of put me off wanting to pick this up, so we'll see when I get to it, but hopefully I get to it here pretty soon. Now moving on to the books that I bought in May. So the first book was Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry, and of course I pre-ordered this absolutely stunning edition with these beautiful sprayed edges and this like gold foiling on the front and the most beautiful end papers ever. And I did participate in the pre-order campaign, so I did get some character art as well, and I read this book and I enjoyed it. I feel like it wasn't the most memorable fantasy that I've ever read, but I feel like for Devney Perry's breakout into the romantasy genre, I feel like it was a very solid book, and I'm really excited for book 2 to come out. And honestly, Devney Perry is one of my favorite romance authors, so I'm just pretty much reading anything that she writes at this point, so super excited for whatever else she has to come. Next is Silver Elite by Dani Francis, and I've heard very mixed things about this book. I have not picked this up just yet, but I did hear a lot about this book, some good, some not so good, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about this. But I did also participate in the pre-order campaign, so I was able to get some character art, and then I also did get like a signed book plate and a sticker for this book as well, but it's like put up right now, so obviously like I don't have it with me in front of me, but I'm really excited to get to this book. Hopefully I'm going to like it. So I don't know, the opinions are very mixed on this, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think. Next is Immaculate Conception by Ling Ling Huang, and I got this in my Aardvark Book of the Month box for this month, and I really enjoyed Natural Beauty when I read it. This is a horror novel, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about this book. I liked Natural Beauty, so I figured that I might like this one, so we'll see. I haven't read it yet, but hopefully I will be getting to it soon. Next, we've got The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I got this book secondhand off of Pango, and I was able to find it for a not outrageous price because this is the indie version of the book, and obviously with them picking it up from a traditional publisher, they stopped printing these like large paperbacks of the book, so I was able to find it on Pango and picked it up there, and I am super excited to read this book. I really liked the first book, so I cannot wait to get to this one. Next, we've got Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is the second book in the Kinder's Curse saga, and I am really enjoying this series. I do have the third book as well, which I will be hauling a little bit later, but I really enjoyed this second book, and I am super excited to continue on with the series. I am trying to take it a little bit slower because I know we don't have a release date for books 4 or 5 just yet, so I don't want to finish the books that are out just yet because I am enjoying this series so much. So super excited to have this. Can't wait for later books in the series, and definitely recommend if you have not picked this series up yet. Next, we've got On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin, and this is a vampire meets Fourth Wing type situation, and I'm so excited to read this book. This book sounds like everything that I love in a romantasy, so I cannot wait to pick this up. Next, we've got Consider Me by Becca Mack, and I actually DNF'd this book about 70-ish pages in, but something in me is telling me that I just need to go back and try again, and it might have just been the audiobook that I wasn't loving, so I might try to physically read this or read it on my Kindle, but there was just something about this that I just was not liking, so I am going to try again, and hopefully I'm going to like it. I've just heard so many good things about this series that I want to love it, so I will be trying again on this one, but first go around didn't love it, but decided to try again. Next, we've got Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. This is the 5th and final book in the Windy City series. This is one of the new covers, which I don't particularly love, but I was able to get this book a little bit early, so I obviously got the cover that I got, but I am in love with the series and really enjoyed this book, and definitely recommend this series if you have not read it yet. It is honestly just so good. Next, we've got Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, and this is the 3rd book in the Skyland series. I actually ended up with 2 copies of this book because I had pre-ordered it and then Amazon lost my package. I don't know if it was Amazon or if it was like USPS or something, but my package ended up getting lost, so they sent me another copy, and then a few days later the package of the original ended up showing up on my doorstep. I guess it was like delivered to the wrong house or something, and one of my neighbors came and dropped it off or something like that. I have no idea, but I ended up with 2 copies, and I ended up giving one to my friend, so that is why I only have 1 copy now, but literally cannot wait to pick this up. I think I'm actually going to be starting this book here in the next few days. I want to say this is probably actually going to be the next book that I end up picking up, but super excited to read this, and I hope I'm going to like it. Next, I've got Rewind It Back Again, and this is the Skyline version of Rewind It Back. This is the one that I pre-ordered to match the other ones that I have, which obviously this one was picked up, so it feels very different from the other books in the series that were independently published originally, but I'm super excited to have this book in my hands. I'm obsessed with these Skyline covers. I think they're absolutely stunning, so honestly loved this book, love this series. One of my favorite sports romance series of all times, I have to say, and definitely cannot recommend this series enough. Next is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and I read One Dark Window last year at the end of the year in December, and Two Twisted Crowns earlier this year, and enjoyed them both. I loved One Dark Window, so I figured I would pick something up by Rachel Gillig. I'm not sure if this is a standalone or if this is going to be a duology or what, but I'm hoping to really enjoy this book. I've been hearing a lot of great things about it. Plus, I think this cover is absolutely stunning. I did just get the standard edition because I am very like put off of sprayed edges at the moment, so I have been trying to order as many like regular edges as I can unless I'm like absolutely like floored by the sprayed edges. But yeah, so I just got this. I pre-ordered this and I cannot wait to pick this up. Next is Beartown by Frederick Bachman, and I'm actually in the middle of this book. I'm on page 14 and I have been reading this book for so long at this point. I've been like putting it off, and I don't know, I just have not been in the mood to pick this book back up. And yeah, I don't know, but I bought this while I was in Seattle, so that is honestly a fun memory to think about how I bought this book there. But yeah, I'm obviously going to let this book, I am 14 pages in and already have 4 tabs in it, so it's just having to be back in the mood to pick this up. Plus I've been in a reading slump and this is just not the kind of story that I've been looking for, so that's another reason why I haven't finished this yet. But super excited to have this on my shelves and cannot wait to finish this. Next we've got Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, and I am an Ali Hazelwood stan. She is an auto-buy author for me, so of course I had to pick this one up. This is actually my book club on Fables book of the month for July, so I will be reading this here soon and super excited to get to it. Hopefully I'm going to love it. And the final book for June is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. I have been seeing everyone reading this and I've been seeing all of the like controversy and backlash for this book over the past like few weeks, and I don't know, I hate that for the author and for the book in the series. But obviously this series is not for everyone. It literally blows my mind that it was released as young adult, because it's definitely not, and I think they have since like addressed those concerns. But I really enjoyed the series and I cannot wait to get to this one and Taming 7. They are on my radar, so I'm hoping to possibly get to them soon. Next we will be moving on to the June books that I bought, so we're just going to go ahead and get into those. So first we've got Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, and I've been hearing really amazing things about this book. I have heard that it's definitely like interesting, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I picked this up for a book club that I'm a part of, and since I fall into my reading slump, I still have not read this book, but hopefully I can get to it soon, so then I feel like everyone else in the book club has read it but me. I hope they're not waiting on me to pick the next book, but if they are, I just don't know when I'm going to get to this, so fingers crossed it's soon. But yeah, my reading slump has not been nice to me, so unfortunately this has not been one that I wanted to pick up, but I am really excited about it and hopefully I can get to it soon. Next we've got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This was my June pick for my June book of the month. This was my final pick for my book of the month subscription, so I am no longer subscribed to them. I actually wasn't even planning on picking this book up, honestly, but since I could only pick the books that were selected for the book of the month, I had to pick one, and this was the one that I gravitated towards the most. So I had 2 credits left and I used my final 2 credits to get both of these books. And so this is the last book of the month book that I will be bringing in for the foreseeable future. So now I have this. I am excited to read it. I've been hearing amazing things about it. I really love The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is the only V.E. Schwab book that I've read, but I gave it 5 stars and absolutely loved it. So I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about this one. Hopefully I'm going to like this one as well. Next we've got A Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorick. Obviously, with me reading the Lady of Darkness series, I wanted to read more of Melissa K. Rorick's books, and so I decided to go with her other series, the Legacy series, and I'm super excited to get to this one. Bailey and I are supposed to be doing this as a buddy read, and we will get to it eventually, but reading slump has hit me and it's just been a hard thing, but we will get to it at some point, so hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later. But so excited to have this book. I love this cover. I think it's so beautiful and stunning, and I think it actually did just get picked up by a traditional publisher, so that is interesting as well, but super excited to hopefully get to this one soon. Next, I've got Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole, and this is the third book in the Kindred's Curse saga. And again, I recently picked this one up because I have been buying the series as I've been reading it. That's been my like goal as of late, as to if I'm reading a series, to try and buy the books as I'm reading them. And I really enjoy the story, and I'm so excited to see what happens in this book. The last book ended up on a cliffhanger, but this is a very, very chunky book. So I have been putting this off, trying to wait and see when the next book is going to come out before I pick this one up, because I just have a feeling that the ending of this one is going to be brutal. So I'm so excited to continue on with the series, and again, pick the series up if you have not already. Next, we've got Caught Up by Navessa Allen. This is the second book in the Into Darkness series, and I honestly really liked this one. I like this one better than the first one, I think, just because I felt like the subject matter of this one was a little bit more suited to me than the first one, but I still really enjoyed the first one. I just personally liked this one a little bit better, which I feel like is unpopular opinion, because I feel like a lot of people are not really liking this book who have been picking it up. So I'm definitely interested to see some more like thoughts and things on this, but I had a good time reading this. It's a dark rom-com essentially, but I feel like this one is a little less rom-com than the first one, but overall still really enjoyed this book. Definitely recommend the series, and if she is planning on putting out more books in the series, then I definitely will be picking them up in the future. Next, we've got Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss, and I have no idea what this is about, honestly. I picked it up because I've been hearing really good things about it, and I think the cover is pretty, so that's about it. But I'm super excited to read this one, and hopefully I can get to it soon. Next, we've got Nocticadia by Carrie Lake, and I ended up buying this because it is being picked up by a traditional publisher, and I wanted this original cover. And plus I read Anathema not too long ago and absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, so I figured I'd want to pick something else up by Carrie Lake, so this is where I decided to go next. I've been hearing amazing things about this, so I cannot wait to read this. Next, we've got A Tribute of Fire by Soraya Wilson, and honestly I have no idea what this is about. I saw Emmy reading this, so I picked it up. She said it was really good, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about it. Next is Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This is the first book in the Hoops series. I really enjoy Kennedy Ryan's writing and her novel, so I'm super excited to pick this one up. I'm hoping that I'm going to like the series. I've heard that the series is absolutely devastating, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think. Plus, I love these new covers. I think they're so pretty. I just love the white. Next is City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. I've heard that this is compared to Crescent City, which I really enjoyed, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about this one. I've been hearing amazing things about this series, so I'm excited to hopefully get to it soon. Next, we've got A Deal with the Shadow King by Anya J. Cosgrove, and honestly I've never seen anyone talk about this book or this series, but I read this first book and really enjoyed it, so I ended up getting the second book, which I will talk about, but this is a series of standalones of Romantasy books, so I'm definitely interested to see how the rest of the series is going to go. I enjoyed this and would recommend it if you're looking for a slow burn Romantasy. Next, we've got Metal Singer by Rachel Schneider, and this is the first book in the Fire and Metal series. I've heard pretty good things about this, so I wanted to pick it up. It did recently just get traditionally published, so I did pick it up with the new cover, which is the same as the old one, just the text color is different, so I don't know, but I'm super excited to read this and hopefully I'm going to enjoy it. Next, we've got The Wrong Game by Candy Schneider, and again, this is another one that was originally independently published but has been picked up by a traditional publisher, and it got a new cover, and I think this cover is so cute. I love this bubblegum pink color, and I really like the art on the cover as well, and I'm super excited to read this. I probably will be reading this one soon as well. Next, we've got Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt, and this is the second book in a small town series by Tara DeWitt. I cannot remember the name of the series, but I read the first one not too long ago and really enjoyed it, and I saw that when it was in my aardvark box, I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and I'm super excited to read this one. Next, we've got My Friends by Frederick Bachman. This is his newest release, and I have been reading Frederick Bachman lately, so I decided to pick this one up because I really like his writing style and the way that he tells stories, so I wanted to pick this one up. I did order this one from Canada. That is how I have the paperback version of it, but I am super excited to read this. Hopefully I'm going to love it. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this. And the final book that I bought in this quarter and in June was A Bride for the Winter King by Anya J. Cosgrove. Again, this is the second book in the Curse of the Fae series, and I'm super excited to read this one. I really liked the first one, so I'm excited to see where this one goes. And yeah, so those are all of the books that I bought in the second quarter of the year. I am super excited to get to a lot of these. Some of them I have read already and I really enjoyed. So I'm super excited to continue on reading. Hopefully I can get out of my reading slump here soon and get back to reading a bunch. And yeah, so that is going to be all for today's video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave the snowflake emoji for the Bride of the Winter King being the last book that I bought this quarter. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.